Good day, ladies and gentlemen, or good night, depending on where you live, obviously. We have a game ahead of us, a game in the ESEA League where we have Born2Throw facing up against a team called BomBok. Not entirely sure what it's supposed to mean, but it's a fully Bulgarian team. So we have the Lowlands team and the full Bulgarian team, which will be quite interesting to see what's going to happen with that one. Obviously, we did see Born2Throw unfortunately lose a very close map against Fanta, which was very tough. But overall, you got to be able to bounce back from losses that are devastating, like that one, and that's exactly what Born2Throw are going to be trying to do today. Obviously, I quickly want to go over some statistics that I thought were pretty funny. This season, Train has been played once by Born2Throw. That means 9% of the whole season. We had one Train map. We had three Mirage maps, which takes up 27%. Of one of those was a forfeit win, so not really sure if you can count them in if you're looking at the map count. And then seven Anubis maps, and that is going to be eight right now because we're playing Anubis again. It's the only map that they do love. Just they love it so much that they've played it 7 times out of the 11 games that they've played, which fair play. You know, you've been playing pretty good on it. Why not? Like, there's not really any other reason to not play it if you feel very comfortable on it. So I'd say fair play, fair play. Have a quick look at the veto. I mean, this is just regular stuff. You know, you get the insta bans of Mirage on from BomBok, Nuke insta ban from Born2Throw. They ban Train quickly after, and then it's just Infernal Ancient does get banned. It's not really anything interesting. It's just your regular regular pick and ban with Born2Throw because you'll always end on Anubis anyways because they just love this map so much. Let me already activate my HUD, but I'm not really sure what to expect from this one. BomBok at the moment is a team that is 8-3, and Born2Throw, I believe, being 7-4. Yeah, both these teams. I feel like BomBok probably already has qualified for playoffs with 8 wins, if I'm not completely mistaken. But they should at least be. So, I mean, let's hope as well that uh, if we get this win, then I would say I'm pretty certain that we'll make it to playoffs, even if we lose the remaining couple of matches, since most of the time, around 8, 9 wins, you'll make it to playoffs. Sometimes even at 7, because then if you're lucky with the tiebreaker. But in general, I'm pretty sure that most of the time, the oh wait, my shit is bugged. Uh, Only death notices has to be true, obviously. But I'm pretty sure most of the time when you get 7, 8, or 9 wins, then 7, you know, it's tiebreaker. That's just normal. But if you get it, if you get 8, then it's just chilling. And Born2Throw have more than enough opportunities to make it to 8. And obviously, it would be nice to already see that over here on this map of Anubis that we've played 63% of this season. That's a pretty crazy stat line. Must say, a pretty crazy stat to have played Anubis that many times um in this ESEA season. A bit crazy, if I may say so. But obviously, it is the map that everyone performs the best on, and I do not blame them. You know, you've been playing good on it, or why not just throw it again? And pretty sure that the HUD is bugged. I'm pretty sure the HUD is bugged. Let me see if I can reset it, because otherwise, I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, but it's just better to have the player pictures instead of the team logos, in my opinion, then. Let me, it's live, come on. Ah, there we go. All right, we can actually stare at Oric's beautiful face. But yeah, and I mean, while we're waiting, I'm hoping to see it maybe for the, like, if you win this game, you're gonna be in playoffs 100%. I would love to see them playing in ESEA a couple other maps because you've literally only been playing in Anubis And when you've played other maps, I think we lost one on Mirage, and the train one we won because I mean obviously the opponents weren't as good. But obviously, if you're gonna head into the playoffs, you're playing BO Freeze, and if you've only played Anubis, then like pretty much the entire season, I wonder what's gonna happen. I wonder what's gonna happen. Literally, Anubis is just gonna be the permaban of a lot of the teams that you're gonna be playing against, and if they don't permaban it, they're just straight up brain damaged. But you know, you never know. Face-up players, ESEA players, even might at times be a little stupid. But I do think that it's gonna be important to at least prac them, which I'm pretty sure they are pracking different maps than only Anubis, I reckon. Um, and obviously, I'd say train. You know, you've played it once already. It wasn't looking too bad. Even when you played against like worse enemies, you were still looking pretty good on the map. So that's certainly something to be looking out for because you know it's a new map. A lot of people are still just trying to figure it out. They have no clue how they're going to play on it, and I feel like that's a bit of a chance to just come in and say, hey, we know how to play this one. Let's fucking go and win this shit. And certainly in the BO3s, train is going to come by a lot of the time. Like I'm pretty certain. I've seen multiple teams playing train and multiple teams just loving it because it's train. It's you know you can practically turn your brain off and go kill, because it's like a very one-sided map, very much. So you're gonna see monster scores in the beginning of the halves, and then it's gonna go and you know just change throughout the way the game goes, which is a little weird, but I mean it works. It works, and I'd say that is probably the more interesting part about that. Let me see if I can already activate this. Should be fine in just a second. Also, a good one is to probably take my cam off the screen when the game is gonna be played. Probably pretty smart. But yeah, let's look like all 10 players are here, so probably should be going in about a couple seconds. But yeah, like I said, best of threes, they're gonna be interesting. I hope that I'll have time to cast those as well because those are just super interesting to see because then we can finally see different maps than just Anubis, like I said. Because I want to see how Born2Throw play on different maps, except you know just seeing the same things over and over again, same executes, same tactics, and everything. So that'll be it. That'll be pretty interesting. It does look like the knife round is gonna be on the way in about a second. Let's see if the stream can comprehend it. Does look like it will. Ooh, orc with a new knife. That's interesting. Karambit freehand. You'll have to see it. A little bit of a switch up. And here we go. Stabby time. I've just realized that I have not yet changed the player pictures on the side of Born2Throw, and I have on BomBok side. Here's the first stab. What? London, engage. It's gonna be Born2Throw to be the ones not to choose, actually. BomBok will have the choice. T side or CT side. It's practically like to be or not to be. But just in the Counter-Strike version, T side or CT side. Very important part where it is going to be the side of BomBok to start on the CT side. Interesting choice. Obviously, CT side, T side, it has been a pain in the ass throughout this season for most teams in general and for most players as well, since, well, don't really know at what times you do want to play that T side or do want to play that CT side. But BomBok have a clear understanding of it, apparently. As they will be trying to force maybe something out mid, as this player in Nike is going to try and line up some utility over towards mid. We also see a bit of a split presence from Born2Throw. You got these two players who are going to be faking out B, and they're going to be trying their best, and the rotates have been pulled, and they've been pulled very, very quickly, and these drops might have been hurt as well. If you get a couple kills out of this one, if you're Kai and if you're Orc, then this is going to be amazing for you. But, oh, first kill has been found for the CTs. Now they know where this bomb is going to be planted. This is a kill that you might want to get. Yon is going to find it in the end. In the meanwhile, Kai on that flank has found one and has found a second as well. So that means Venko is going to be taken down, and it's only CRS, the last one left. And this fake has worked out perfectly well for Born2Throw, as the last man now going to be spotted. A, well, headshot while full running. That is quite characteristic for Counter-Strike 2. CRS has spotted the position of Yon, but Yon takes him down. That's an easy round to win for Born2Throw. The execute on the A side, first off, doesn't look as clean, but then, you know, all those trades come in. The lurk kills from Kai in general, beautifully executed. Yon with a free K. And that's Born2Throw with an early lead. A pistol round win, another conversion. Very important, and one that you generally do really want to win, especially against these pistols. Stacks here could be very dangerous, and is going to be this mid stack. I think we've seen this one once on the side of Born2Throw. That Molo just not going to touch them, as they're all stacked up in that corner. Does look, obviously, that mid play. It's something that Born2Throw love to do. They love to get that mid play going. Another Molo is going to be used. And again, it's just not going to touch its mark. And if you're going to walk into this, not really sure if you're going to like what you're going to see on the other side of this. Especially with that 5-man stack over towards middle. You've got 5 on the other side. And it does look like Yon might be going for a bit of a gander. Oh god, this is gonna be... Oh, he's gonna look into so many people. And he has a bomb as well. So this is actually kind of scary. If he gets spotted, now he has to be careful. Bomb's been spotted. It's could be a very bad position to be going down. And now, player low. Kai is gonna go down. A Galil possibly to be picked up, but the run from Hawk. He's gonna take out that last player in CRS. And that is a little bit scary, I must say. Could have been a lot worse, obviously, if you had 3 players going down. It would have been a little bit of a chance for BomBok, but obviously that bomb, a little bit weird to see it going towards the middle part of the map there, as you do have a couple players over towards A. Maybe you wanted that bomb floating a little bit more towards the safer side, especially with your knowledge of the economy of BomBok. You've just won that pistol round. They practically have no money. And well, I mean, you do walk into the stack, which is completely fine, but with the bomb on your back, I don't really know. Wouldn't really say it's the best option there, as in the meanwhile, Kai trades his teammate practically. Now, Nike looks like he wants to go looking for some more, but walks into Yon. That's a clean headshot from the man himself, as it does look like Born2Throw, or rather the Orc, is going to make the call to go over towards the A side on this one. Kai's going to pick up that dropped AK, and now guys, he's going to try and maybe fake this out a little bit. Obviously, they have tried this before. Has pulled one player over from mid, and now here comes a bit of a later play. Flash comes in, but not really useful for them as well. Guy's going to go down, and this is going to fuel the flame that Born2Throw have, because, well, look at this rotation. It is going to be way too late. Vanko, he's going to try and maybe spam through the smoke. Doesn't look like he wants to. In the end, though, instant kill from Kai, and now Venko, he's going to be put under pressure. Kai, or Yon, rather, my bad, is going to be walking up and is going to find the grave as Venko takes him down. Now, a 2v2 retake. Still possibilities here for the CT side, as they're going to start walking out. Have spotted that first player, and now the Orc, maybe not the best position to be in with them coming from that angle. Now, Kai, obviously, this is a very well-played position. A lot of people been playing this one. The defuse is coming in, and the round is going to be won by BomBok. A little bit of a jarring one, if I may say so, for Born2Throw. Not the best after plant position for the Orc. Would have rather seen him play a position that doesn't reveal your left side completely. Obviously, left side peek has still been something that you do need to take into account in these retakes, and in general, in the game of Counter-Strike, left side peek it's tough. It's just something that is hard to be playing with. Yon is going to be dropped an AK. Orc is going to be playing this one out on Deagle, just as Hawk is going to be, I think. No, buys a Mach 10. A little late, but we can accept it for this time. Vandaloo trying to find something through the smoke, but all that he's going to find is connection with Orc and a little bit of damage done to him. Has the T side. Taking this one a little more slow. Taking their time to figure out what the play is for the CT side. But mid does certainly still look like something, a point of interest for Born2Throw. As here comes the first flash. Nice shot from Kai. Nike is going to be the second, but Kai takes him down as well. And the young man is shooting right now. Gotta be careful. If Kai gets hot, he's not to be stopped. But ooh, Vandaloo is going to be stopping him just in that moment. But the B execute is going to come through. You had to pull that player over towards Palace to be careful of that mid push. Yon, the timing on that not on his side. And now you've got CRS who's going to have to defend this site, but he's going to be pushed from multiple angles. And that means the site fully open. Nade comes in. Vanko, only one left after Hawk, takes down his teammate in Vandaloo. And now with 59 HP, has got a flash, has got a Molotov. But no kits, and not really anything to play for here as 3 players up against you. Not really something that you want to be running into with such little utility. So the save is going to be in, and Born2Throw, after hesitating for one round, going to find one more back, and that means 3-1. A decent starting scoreline there, as Orc looks like he is going to be the one to run and hunt this one for a little bit. Vanko, Carpets is going to be safe for him, so he should be fine to save this AK into the next round, which might be a pretty deciding factor. You could maybe set him up. Obviously, you don't really have the money. You can buy a Deagle on Nike, Ares, maybe get some flashes on CRS and Vandaloo and try and launch this AK and Vanko out. Still all to play for the CT side with this low buy. Obviously, actually, no, they're going to buy into this. Full buy, except for Ares. Well, this is a little weird. Guessing Vandaloo and Nike are just going to be playing double MP9s then? I guess. Well, first kills are just going to be found very easily. And this is exactly what I didn't really like about this. You've had 2 people fully invest into this one. Vanko, Aras, CRS are going to have money this next round. Vanko doesn't finish his food. And now it's Nike, the only one left. Do they know about him? Doesn't really seem like they do. Max he can get is 1. Now is there going to be some arrows turning. And that is Nike, who is just going to have to try and retreat. A lot of flashes coming over. And the check is perfect. Born2Throw up to 4. And that is a pretty easy round. Obviously, the invest from the CTs for some reason. So, Nike and Vandaloo, like I said, you have 0 utility on Nike, you have utility on Vandaloo, but he's on an MP9. Could have been on an M4 with utility, just like your teammates in Vanko, Ares, and CRS. But instead, you chose to force buy instead of saving, which, well, it's a choice, but it didn't really pay off as you were only able to find 1 kill. Missed nade from Kai. Molotov lineup. Gonna be good enough for the time being. First kill has already been found, and now Kai gonna stick with him for a little bit longer. As we've once again got that mid pressure coming up. Kai's gonna hear that player retreating, and that is some valuable information. As now here comes the re-aggress from the CTs over towards A. Hawk, trying to not make sound, but he's got to be careful of this push. Now he's going to spot them. First kill has been found, but the spree transfer, not that clean overall. And now you're in a 3v4, one that you would say you'd had a chance winning. Jon's going to try and play a dangerous game, but for some reason Ares dry peeks into mid, into 2 players, and now a pretty much equal situation. Bit of a bad flash, but now you have spotted that player on the pillar. Jon's going to be taking him down. You're gonna try to make your way over towards A. You've got two players opposing you. This was a 3v4 that has turned into a 3 or 2v2 now. Bit of timing from CRS. You've got this bomb wrapping all the way towards A. It does look like they're a little hesitant on what they want to do on this. Especially since they've just lost that con player where you expected a little bit of impact from him. But now the B site fully open. This would be the timing to go for it, guys. Already lining up the utility, and here comes the execute timing. Not on the side of BomBok. They are going to have to be careful on this one. They're going to walk into an empty site, and they know now that there's at least one player in CT. Bomb is going to be planted in the default spot. Guys are going to be spotting the first one. Might have spotted the second one as well now, as, well, should know, guys. Knows where the last player is. Has to play around the smoke, but it's about to be fading. The timing on this doesn't spot him. Yeah, bit pillar, but guys, takes him down. That is, oh my lord. That's way too close. That is just way too close for comfort. He just... The fact that he doesn't see him just makes me so nervous. So nervous, but pulls it off though. Pulls it off. 5-1. Obviously, T-Half has to be solid in the state of CS2 at the moment. And, well, especially with a clutch like that, that is certainly something that you're going to be wanting to put in your back pocket. And now a fast mid push. This is new. A big jump and lots of kills flowing around. And now we've got even more pushes in water. Hawk is going to take 2 down through that smoke. Just like that. And the last kill is going to be Hawk's as well. 3k for him, 2 for Kai. They are certainly stepping up. Kai as well. I told him before the match. Better be playing good today. And he is. He is. So, props to the man who is stepping it up for his team. Here comes a technical pause though. Not sure if that's... does look like it's a technical. CRS. FEK. No, he's back. Alright. Vanko, you have money for utility? Hello, Vanko? Is Vanko AFK? Not entirely sure what's happening, but... Seems like possibly one of the players from BomBok is having a bit of trouble. Does look like they're fine now, Vanko. Okay, he does buy utility. I thought he was just gonna not buy utility for some reason, but does do that. Obviously, quad loss bonus now on the CT side, so you're pretty much going to be able to force into this one a lot of the times, especially when you get a couple of kills. And let the force by wars begin. Because this one is going to be very fun. Molotov seems to have been blocked. Vandaluna meanwhile through the smoke. Might have blown that one up. Big kill from Kai over towards mid once more. That has been his domain. And he's just expanding it every single round. Here comes the run over towards A. Has to be running through this, but there's a player on the ledge. Does he check this? Hits the shot. Kai on absolute demon mode right now. Popping off. Another 3k for him. And Yon is going to finish that one off. But Kai with a crazy opener. And with 3 kills on the round, just carrying his team to victory right now. 7-1. Born2Throw not stopping anytime soon. And another technical pause. Seems like those issues still coming back for BomBok, it seems. But Kai certainly not having any issues right now. 14-4. He is enjoying his time on this map. And certainly more than enough work has been done on this map as well. So, very happy to see it once more, I guess. And now with the op-out for Orc as well, you can start making some riskier plays, especially with BomBok's money. Like I said, you can force buy this every time with MP9s, but at some point you're going to have to reset the economy to give yourself just that little bit more of a chance with the M4s. But at the moment, BomBok having a very hard time to stop any of these players on the side of Born2Throw. Vanko has been starting to do it a little more consistently in the past couple of rounds when they've had the rifles. But even then, they've just been losing rounds that they should have been winning. So obviously, I mean, if you're Born2Throw, if you can continue this streak for the rest of the game, it is no problem at all. As bridge player has not been spotted. That timing, Nike, he's gonna play close, and the boost up is not very well timed because Nike is gonna find two, and there's a big one to win. Yon in the meanwhile has found one back, guys. Also gonna find one of his own, but Vandaloo right behind is gonna be shooting that player that is walking away. That's guys also very low, and now another nade coming through. 32 HP left on him, and that means a 3v3 once more. An equal situation that is gonna be changed because Nike is gonna take one down as well. Another shot from Nike. He is starting to get alive. Some good signs for BomBok, as now the only player, they do know where he is. 36 HP left. As he's going to try and make his way over towards mid. The only place that hasn't been contested by the CTs could catch them off on the timing here if he makes it fast enough. But it does look like that op might be looking at him in just a second. The timing on this could be crazy. He's going to be spotted from behind and is going to be taken down by Ares. So BomBok, they get a second one on this half. Now Born2Throw, obviously, with those rounds coming in tandem altogether, have got more than enough money to buy into this one as well, and another op for Orc. So let us see if they can somehow get a couple more rounds, or if Born2Throw can just walk away with this one. And now Nike, sorry, has found the first shot onto the arc. Upper duel has been won, and that's one that you certainly do want to win if you're Born2Throw. Flash comes in. Perfect flash, actually. Timed amazing. And now CRS, he's got to be careful. Nade is going to blow that smoke up. It's going to take a chunk of his HP as well, Nike. For now, getting tagged just a little bit. Here comes the push out from Born2Throw, though. First player has been spotted. Nike with a good shot again, and the sprays coming through. The defense is doing their job, but Kai burns one down with the Molotov. Maybe a chance, and this one has been good. But Nike, this is a little bit scary. Is there no game audio? Oh, I think it's bugged. Alright, well, I'll put this one on. This should work now. I thought I put it on, but apparently that's boogered. All good though. Nike, he's starting to get online. I was talking about Vanko because he was the only one kind of doing something, but he has now been overshadowed. Nike is certainly doing a job. And he's going to push forward with the op, which is interesting. Playing on top of bridge. He's going to have to back off out of that one. Missed the shot, and that is a vital one. Kai again, the mid-martyr, has been doing his job very, very well. And now another run out. Kai goes down, but at the cost of another player. And now a 1v3, or sorry, 2v3 required from BomBok, as CRS, Vandaloo, they're going to be the ones to attempt this. Obviously, are going to have to find something. Yon gets found. A little bit of team damage. Vandaloo down to 22. That's a very unintentional rhyme. He's going to try and find this one. There's a player right below him. Orc misses his shots. And, well, that is the 2v4 completed. Or 2v3, I think. Yeah. Not really sure about the play from that player in Beach, seeing as, well, you do have your teammates on site and you're just kind of solo chowing into two people, which not my favorite activity there. And it does look like BomBok have found an answer to what Born2Throw have been doing. Have not yet found an answer to Kai though, because, well, Kai still shredding through them on mid. But now, if you're Born2Throw, do kind of really want to get this last round. 7-4-5 wouldn't really be the best result overall. Another peek from Nike is going to be punished for a little bit. It's going to get tagged. Up, not really going to be hitting the mark. Smoke blow up, has been spotted. Nice shots in a Nike. Getting pushed. Kai, oh my lord, he has zero respect. Zero respect for any of them. He's going to die eventually. But now it's going to be on this A defender of Vanko. Why is his teammate not rotating? So much utility coming through. Here comes Ares. A little bit late there, but Born2Throw choose not to go for it. So another youth, a little bit more util, big shot from Hawk. And now you have no one on the A side. Aras has to try and make something happen, but all these players have already crossed, so not really much to be done for him, as he's going to try and maybe push forward. As, well, he's not going to be the one. Vandaloo is going to be that one to do it. Hawk is going to take him down, and now the only one left. CRS coming from that same position where he clutched from the last round. Let's see if he can do that again, but he's going to get smoked off, and that is trouble. Has used his nade already to clear up a little bit. He's going to try and run out, but unfortunately for him, only good for the one. Born2Throw find one more, and that means it is 4-8. And a vital round found for Born2Throw, as it did look like they slowed down a little bit towards the later end of that half. So now CT side is going to be important. The one that is very tough to be winning on. And that is most likely also why BomBok had chosen to start on the CT side, since, well, they probably just knew getting a couple rounds on CT side is pretty tough, but they have done quite a good job with that. Now, there's a bit of a mid-stat going on as well. They're just going to run to it. Orc with 2, Yon with 1, and they're just going to start swinging this. A little bit of a dink coming through. Maybe a little bit over-exaggerating there, as, well, Yon finds one more, and now 2 in the round for Orc, 2 in the round for Yon. And a solid pistol round. And without a bomb plant as well, BomBok are not really going to have any money. Okay, yo. Alright. Alright. Nice little tap. BomBok still going to be stuck on 4. Born2Throw are going to be nearing the double digits and nearing the end of the game. Obviously, this round, you still have to win it. And BomBok, logically, this is one that you're going to want to buy. You lose this one. 10-4, if you eco this, obviously, could try and pull it back, but you want to give yourself as many chances as you can. And they are going to be doing that with this A rush. No one on mid for Born2Throw, which is interesting. Maybe a little bit of a prediction, as Yon has heard them running through, and only 2 kills found. Hawk trying to stay alive as long as he can. He's going to find one more, has done more than enough, and now the only one left. Vandaloo, Hawk doing God's work. And Kai looks like he's going to be the one leading the charge. Bomb has been found. Don't even have to play for anything. Nade going to connect slightly. And Vandaloo trying to move forward. But Orc takes him down. And that is Born2Throw up to 10. And a decent effort for BomBok, I would say. But unfortunately for them, that means that, well, they did buy that round. They're certainly going to have to eco this one. Unless Vandaloo has forced into this. No, okay. They are going to reset the economy, which I would say is the better call on this one. But if you do not win this round, 11-4, it is going to be hard to come back from this one. I must say, it's possible. I somehow had a comeback from 12-0 down today. And we went 12-12, and we lost 16-12. So that was very fun. Slight bit of contact found. Another nade's going to come through. There's a player on this side of the smoke that's now going to be spotted, and he's going to be taken one down. But guys, instant response. A player is also going to be taken down. And we're going to go back to a slow mid-walk. Obviously, it has been left open, just like last round, by Born2Throw, who have prioritized A and B over the middle. As Yon, he's looking at this. First shot has been found. He's going to try and repeat for a little bit more, but I feel like he should just be backing off of this one. You have a nade, you have more than enough utility to bully them off of their positions. You're going to find one more. And now the only one left, Vanko. Last one, he's going to be flanked. Has to be careful of it. Running with the MP9 is going to be, guys, and that is 11 for Born2Throw. Like I said, the money now being reset for BomBok, so AKs are finally going to be bought. Another technical pause is going to be called. Not sure if it's for anyone this time. Honestly, I think there's no technical pause. I literally think that they're literally just using the technical pause to talk through shit. Instead of using the tactical pauses, which, well, it's ESEA. Who gives a shit, right? Doesn't really matter that much. But Born2Throw, they are certainly looking good on this map of Anubis, and looking like they have been practicing well, and especially more than enough. Because it's looking good. Obviously, you do have 3 people who are absolutely stepping up right now. Got Kai on 1910, Yon 69, and Hawk on 16-8. That is, that's just a very easy way to win a game. Just get 3 people to absolutely clap the opponents. And on the other side, I mean, you do have Nike who was stepping it up with the op on the later end of the last half. And then CRS who is starting to come a little closer to the top. But still, Kai, he's been a problem for BomBok. Certainly has been. And that's something that he's going to be trying to continue to do. As well, only 2 rounds needed now for Born2Throw to finish this one. To make this one easy. But obviously, closing is a very hard thing to do in this game. So, you're going to have to be careful. Peek is going to be amazing from Vanco. He's going to find 2 in the round already. And now Kai, at the moment, the only defender. But he's going to be joined by his teammate in Yon. But, oof. Quick kill from Bandaloo. And now, well, Born2Throw. This is going to be a save. Hawk, Yon are going to be saving this one. Solid side take. A very solid side take. A little bit of life out of this BomBok T side. And Born2Throw are going to have to be a little careful now. Comeback potential. Certainly got to be care of it. It does look like the hunts are coming through from the T-spawn this one. Hawk. Timing on it could be a little unfortunate, but looks like he's just gonna drop off. And I don't think he's gonna be spotted. Don't think so. Yon is at least gonna find one more, and Hawk is gonna run to find an AK. But no one else is gonna be found, and that is 2 AK saved. So, absolutely worth it for Born2Throw, because you got Kai now on an AK, one of your, well, the top performer at the moment. That is exactly what you'd want from him. Another op out for Orc as well. Certainly gonna give you an edge in this round. Obviously, no op out just yet for BomBok. Stick to the AKs. As it is once again going to be this com play. Has been one that BomBok have been happy to be throwing. Kai this time is going to be taken down quickly, and this again, the B site under pressure, and that means guys, he's the only one left. He's going to be careful here, is now going to be spotted, and he's going to try and block as much as he can. Molotov is going to be good enough for now. They're going to have to find the kills sooner or later, and that is exactly what you want to see. Now Hawk, he's behind. If this back keeps turned, it is going to be now Orc, Hawk. The 2 left in this clutch. Orc is going to find one close up with the op, and now in the smoke. Op not defusing, and a missed shot, but Hawk gets off it just in time, and that is 12-5. Born2Throw with a retake. Sent straight from heaven. Down to earth, and Born2Throw up 12, and now possibly the map in their grasp. As another op has been bought, obviously more than enough money. And now you gotta convert it. You gotta convert it. There's a Deagle. There's a Mac-10. Deagle has been a scary weapon in this game. So still a chance for BomBok to try and make something happen. But you certainly be strong. And this is again, literally, they've been throwing this every single round. B, 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 B. They love it. They love it. Kai is going to be caught out just a little bit. Has to be careful of the push out. And that is Another round that is, at the moment, going to be going the way of BomBok. And you would think, at this point, Born2Throw, you'd put one more player over towards the B side, at least. Have that third player, have that little bit of firepower. Just obviously, you do have quite some firepower on the side already with guys and Kai. But haven't really been able to utilize it, especially in these rounds where they're just spamming utility on B and finding all the kills, finding every single piece of impact that you can. So once more, just gonna have to be careful. The bomb going down. Yon finds one. That is just the Mech 10 from Vandaloo going down. Couple rifles saved, and that means Kai is going to be putting on M4 at least once more. Guys, this time is going to be on MP9. Money is starting to run low, so if BomBok can somehow start chaining these rounds together, it's going to be a problem for Born2Throw. But obviously, you do have a little bit of a loss bonus now, so if you do lose this round, it shouldn't be the biggest problem ever. This time, it is going to be the A play. A very fast one. Hawk is going to be hearing this in a second. Flash is going to be flashing both sides. Now Mono coming down. Looks like Hawk, he's going to be pressuring forward, running for the smoke on more people, but with more shots coming through, a positive trade. Yon on very low HP. Bogdan's Law coming into play. Okay. As he pushes in front of the smoke, doesn't look like they want it. They're just going to wait for this bomb to get planted. Yone's going to miss his shots, but Orc in the meanwhile is going to be supported by Kai, and Kai takes out two. Having an amazing game, and now the last one to keep the dreams of BomBok alive is going to be Vanko. He's going to be full white. He's going to find one. Maybe a possibility, as now he's going to try and clutch this one up. But guys, coming from behind is going to take him down, and that is Born2Throw. GG's. 13-6 and a dominant win. Dominant T side, a little bit slacking towards the end of that half, but now Born2Throw only conceding 2 rounds on that also dominant T side normally on a map like this one, and that is a solid win to get if you're Born2Throw, because that is going to put you up 8-4 wins, and that is solid because that's pretty much playoffs. So right now, literally, like I said before, all you have to do is just take your time, take it easy, just, you know, practice as many maps as you can, because Anubis is going to be banned by teams that are going to be playing against you if they see these kind of performances, especially with the other Anubis maps that you have played. You got to be careful of it, because teams are just going to insta-ban it. But for now, this is such a solid map. Kai going 21-14. I literally told him before the match, you gotta pop off. And he did. So very happy to see him performing like that. Solid game out of him. Yon and Hawk as well, both on 20 kills. Just a dominant performance overall. I rarely saw any flaws that were, you know, the big mistakes weren't really able to be capitalized off from the enemy team. Didn't really look like they were doing anything, I'll be honest. They were just kind of running around on the map, and especially with those B pushes, they just threw them every fucking time again. Every time, B push, B push, B push, B push, and that, I don't know. At some point, it gets a little old. You run one A push, and you die instantly. So maybe the B push was the way to go, but unfortunately that, for BomBok is not going to be the way, and that means Born2Throw, like I said, 8-4, perfect. You've practically made it into playoffs. Now you've got one more match, which is going to be against EN3. I don't know if that's the last one, but might as well be. Which will be pretty fun to see, because that is a fully Russian team, as far as I can see. Interesting. And they are at the moment also 8-4, so a very good matchup. Very good matchup. But we'll see next Monday. For now, have a nice night. I hope I should be available next Monday to cast that one, because I would love to. But for now, we're going to wish you all a very good night, and see you guys Monday.